Millions dream of being in show business, and only a few of us even try. But despite the odds, I'm going to. I have to try.
This is the Randolph Academy for the Performing Arts. We're one of the few schools worldwide that specialize in training in singing, dancing, and acting. If you can do all three, then you become what we call a triple threat. There are about 125 students here at the school. They're all at different levels of training, all the way from the beginners in first term to the students about to leave the school in sixth term. But they all have the same dream to become a triple threat performer. This year we decided to hold the triple threat competition open to all the students. It will give the students at all levels the invaluable experience of auditioning in front of a panel of professionals. The competition is open to all the Randolph students, starting from the very first term beginners all the way through to the sixth term students who are about to graduate. There will be individual prizes of $250 for each discipline: singing, dancing, and acting. And the person who is selected as the best all-round singer, dancer, and actor will win the Triple Threat Award and $1,000. You are the first of the Randolph students to participate in the annual Triple Threat competition. This is an opportunity for all of you to show your wares to people who know the industry, who know the business, who know show business, and are in a position to assess. We're bringing in people like the critic for the Toronto Star, Richard Azunian. I can't think of a better opportunity, and I think the experience, just for the experience of auditioning under these circumstances with these people, that in itself should be an enticement to you. Folks, this is what it's about. This is what you're going to be heading for. This is what your dream is. This is what you're here for, presumably.
The idea of it is really exciting, that we're going to have some of the top people in to adjudicate us.
So this is like a wicked opportunity for us.
I will for sure be doing it. I think this is fantastic.
I absolutely love the idea. Direct competition's my favorite thing.
I'm in first term as well, so what about the people that are in advanced dance? Are they just going to sweep it up?
Why don't we paint the town?
I want to do it because I want to be seen by the panelists. It's good exposure since I'm in my sixth term and I'll be graduating soon. And because also, if I happen to win some money, that would be nice as well. My town is called Assiniboia in Saskatchewan. It's a small farming community. About 3,000 people live there.
It's just a noisy hall where there's a nightly...
I don't know. I want to go bigger. My ultimate goal as a performer, I guess, is probably to make it to Broadway. If I happen to win $1,000, I would go to New York. I would take some classes. I'd do some auditions.
And the piano's hot.
And the piano.
Yeah.
And the piano's hot.
Yeah.
When the Triple Threat list went up, I signed up for it right away. I thought it was great. I thought it was just be a really good experience, just to do it, just for fun and just to, have it under your belt.
How could this feeling come again when I was safe at last, calm at last, freed? Then I see his eyes and they dance, oh, they hold our lies, but...
I'm in my 5th term and my strong suit is singing. I can't remember ever wanting to do anything else. Ever since I could talk, I think I've been singing and putting on shows and like just singing along to the mini pops for my mom. I just recently lost my father. I'm singing for my dad. He had so much faith in me, and he's the one who taught me how to dream and how to work for your dreams and how life is not worth living unless you're doing what you love.
My name is Stephanie Schreiber. I'm in my first term. I've been dancing since I was 4 years old, and I love it. I don't get that feeling from anything else in my life, that high you get when you're dancing. I've been thinking about doing the triple threat competition, and I'm still kind of unsure. I'm just nervous, and yeah, I've never sang in front of anyone like that before. I don't want to go up there and sing and be not prepared and embarrass myself in front of these casting directors that will see me in a couple years. And all that jazz, start the car.
Stop there. Go again from start the car. You were fine until start the car. I felt fear creeping.
Yeah.
Start the car, now a whoopee spot. Have fun with it. Do it.
I just want to have confidence in my singing.
Okay, so go.
And to learn a song takes months. You would not believe. You think it's easy. You're like, I'll just sing the song. It takes months to get everything right.
Give these panelists some credit. They're going to know right away. And if nothing else, they're going to look at you and go, wow, how fantastic that she took the risk and she went up and she did it.
And all that jazz, I'm going to spruce my knees and roll my stockings down. The worst thing that could happen. And all that
Here
jazz.
we go.
They'll start laughing. What are you doing here? Where the tune is cold, but the piano's hot. Get back to McDonald's. Where there's a nightly brawl and all that.
The triple threat competition will give these students a taste of what it will be like in the real world. But 2 weeks is not a very long time to prepare for an acting, singing, and dancing competition.
Yeah! Woo! Oh, saucy. Wink, wink.
Today is the triple threat competition. The event takes place over 1 day. Over 40 students are competing in singing, dancing, and acting events. First up, the dance competition.
Glad I'm here. It's fun.
I know what I'm gonna sing, and I worked a lot on it, and I'm feeling pretty confident.
I'm okay right now. I took my vitamin E and my vitamin B.
Hi.
Can I have your attention, please?
The panelists are just arriving now. The choreographer is already here. As you know, dancing starts first. You're expected to be pre-warm. You'll all learn the routine together. We'll then break you up in half, so 2 groups so that you can dance it through with Linda. And then after that, you'll be broken into smaller groups of 5. So I wish you all the best. Break a leg, okay? Thanks. Have a good day.
They are auditioning as if it were for a professional show, right?
Yeah, absolutely. For the competition, we've managed to get 4 of the top pros in the world of showbiz. Richard Azunian, who is the chief theater critic for the Toronto Star. He's also a playwright, and his most recent play stars Brent Carver. We've got musical theater director Annie Allen, who has directed hundreds of shows and recently directed and choreographed the Amy Sky Tour. Then there's John Hughes, voice coach for actress Cynthia Dale, and singer Maureen Forrester. And Sharon Forrest from the Forrest Casting Agency. They work with all the major U.S. and Canadian broadcasters such as CBC, CTV, and NBC.
Oh, now
I'm getting nervous again.
I have to warm up.
I have no predictions. No, I'm just going whatever. I'm barely awake.
Come on, babe, why don't we paint the town? I feel like it's very Survivor-ish, you know, like today somebody's gonna walk out of here $1,000 richer.
That's kind of good. We've got a lot of time to get nervous. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We've got 4 8s to start off with. They're kind of basic, but I want you to throw all your energy into them. Jump 1, arms go up, and 2. You throw 3, step 3, throw 4. Yeah, the style's very jazzy, into the floor, dynamic, okay? 6, 7, you go.
We've got Linda Garneau, who's a superb choreographer, dancer, and she will be teaching all the students a new routine to brand new music they've never heard before.
Throw, focus, hand, round, up, round, 2, 3, 4, about my 5, walk 6, 7, 8. Yes, going on. So you're here, 8, hip, sit.
And the students will have to pick up the routine in approximately 7.5 minutes.
4, if you can take this arm, 7, this arm, if I'm doing it here, 7, 8, 6, round, 7, arms, 1, 2, throw, 6, 7, 8, run it on, 3, 4, jump, 5. That's
Well,
it.
you've got to have a kinesthetic memory or you
We'll
just
go over
don't
questions
function.
in a second.
In about 7.5 minutes, they either sink or swim. Once they've learned the steps from the choreographer, then they get a chance to rehearse it to music.
1, 2, 3, that's it. 6.
For me, technique is very, very important. And to dance in the style that the choreographer has asked for as well, because that's what they would be ultimately doing for a show. Right. And to bring to it their own personality or something that just has that added sparkle.
It's instinctual, you know, you watch and you go, wow.
5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2, 3.
Everything moved really fast, and there was like no space to do anything, and I really couldn't see what Linda was teaching.
1, 2, stamp. Okay, break leg.
And now that the choreographer has taught them the routine, they have a couple of minutes to rehearse, and then they'll be called back in groups of 5 to do the routine, and then the panel will start the eliminations. The competitors will be called in groups of 5. Then the panel will select the best dancers, and they'll be called back for the finals.
No one person is completely strong in all 3 areas, but it just depends on how it goes that day. You know, for me, my singing is my strongest, and then my acting, and then my dancing is weak.
Time to go.
Thanks. We're glad.
Oh, that's right. Yes. Scratch.
I got it. You know I got to get busy. You know I got to get busy. You know I got to get busy.
Thank you.
She had a fire.
She carries herself well, too.
Heidi was over there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Stephanie.
I didn't expect to be called back. That wasn't a shock.
I'm not a strong dancer at all.
Yes.
I was happy
Yeah.
that I just
So 15
did my
would be
best.
15, 17.
And then 17.
And the other thing, always remember
18,
too, this is something, what term these people are in. You know,
Yes,
there's
you're right, I
6
haven't
terms,
even
and some of
looked
the
at
people are
that,
only in
yeah.
terms 1 or 2.
That's right.
You know? And they're doing this because they're brave and they want to do it, which is a great thing. It's a good experience.
Ready? Here we go. 6, up. That's it. Good. Switch it up.
A lot of smiling going on there. That's all I could do right.
None of them are good dancers. One of the girls, I felt, was able to sell. and had a great
That's what I
face and
thought.
personality.
Yeah.
Okay, guys.
You have to have a lot of confidence, and if you don't think you could do it, then you'll never get anything.
Ready?
Thank you.
Well done, darling.
Thanks, guys.
If we could have 31 and 34 come back, please, for the callback.
Use of music.
I'm kind of disappointed. I didn't do as well as I thought I would. It was really crowded in there, and I found it really hard to see Linda. And everything went really fast.
Everyone has a really good chance of winning the competition. It really just depends on how you're doing that day. I don't think I have a greater chance than anyone else.
Yeah, nice. Lovely.
18, 19, and 20 come for the callback, please.
We maybe all each have a fave. I don't know.
Well, I've got it down to 3.
3/4 of the competitors have been cut after the dance call, so I got a call back to the last 12. I guess the dance routine will get a bit more complicated because they're going to add more steps and really test the advanced dancers.
Linda?
Yes.
From here.
7.
Pick up the front foot.
Step back. I'm kind of overcrossing. 5, 6, 7, 8, 1. Yes. So put your weight in it. 5 mark.
We were called back in, and Linda gave us some more steps to learn, just a couple of minutes worth. And now they're going to cut it down again to, I think, a final 4.
So if you can go outside, and Michelle will send in the first group of 3. We'll do it from there.
Excellent.
Good job, everyone. Fantastic.
Nice. Nice.
First 3. Raise your legs.
We now have 12 semifinalists. They'll be performing in 4 groups of 3, from which the finalists will be selected.
No, we just want to say, just fantastic work. And of course, you've made the choice for us very difficult indeed. But we just want to make sure that you know how wonderful each one of you are. In fact, everybody's done a great job here. Really great job.
Actually, what's great, we were saying, is that you are all very different. And that's going to make it hard for us because it's not like we're on a level playing field and it's, oh, you are the best of this.
Yeah, I know.
So anything we say is going to be borderline judgmental. But you all have terrific individual qualities, which is, I guess, why we liked you so much, because you are all showing your own selves when you dance, which is great.
I feel like I did pretty well in the dance call. I guess we're not going to find out until the end of the day.
So are we going to give it to?
Yes. I think so.
Okay, we've made a decision.
Yes.
I say $1 and
I know what this kind of rat gin is called. Just a noisy.
With the dancing completed, the students are now preparing for the acting and singing.
Guys, can I just get your I know there's a lot going on in your prepping, but we're down to 5 minutes before we do the acting portion.
I still have the acting and the singing left, so that's coming, but I feel like I've done pretty well so far in the dance section.
There was a girl from my class that I think is amazing, and she didn't make it, so who knows what they're looking for.
I've gone over it a million times, and I know what I'm doing, and I just have to trust myself and just do it.
Any one of the competitors could still end up winning any one of the awards in singing or dancing, or the $1,000 for the Triple Threat Award. It's still wide open.
And all that jazz, I'm gonna rouge my knees and roll my stockings